the route, I guess, through the downstairs. It's kind of a fairly odd layout in the downstairs area. I think that's safe to say, correct?
Yes, sir.
But was the kitchen in use?
Yes, sir.
And it was usable, correct? Was the living room in use and usable?
Yes, sir.
The dining room in use and usable?
Yes, sir.
And the front area that we're talking about, where you first enter into the front door area, that front door area enters, what's the street that is directly in front of the front door?
Buckhalter.
So that's Buckhalter Road.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And the dining room and the living room, they open towards the pool, but I assume that's more around back to where the driveway and the garage and all of that was.
Yes, sir.
Again, if I'm misstating it or I'm just trying to understand it, but that seems to me that, and the area had a gate on it, if I'm not mistaken. I remember you taking a picture of a truck.
Yep.
So there was a gate, and the gate goes around to the back, correct?
Yes.
So wouldn't that indicate that the main entrance and egress to the house is through the back, not the front?
Sure.
Okay. Well, I mean, you know the layout better than I do, so.
I don't know what entrance they use, but yes.
Okay. So now, when you were taking all of these pictures and you took a number of them, you took 475, right?
Something like that.
Somewhere there about, a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not saying these are all them, but you took a lot. When you came across the pictures, you said it was vomit that was in the pack and play, correct?
I believed it was.
You believe it was. Did you seize it?
Yes.
Okay. Did you send it off for testing?
I guess it.
So you basically did your job, seized it, handed it all to detectives, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. But the one thing is you're sure it wasn't blood, correct?
I'm not sure.
Didn't look like it, did it?
It did not look like blood.
Okay. And not a trick question. You answered this question for Mr. Dean quite readily, so I'm not trying to trip you up, okay? So it was, but you proved it to be vomit, correct?
I did.
Okay. And you don't know how old it was or how long it had been there?
I don't.
Okay. Now, did you notice anything else, any significance in that front room? I noticed at least there was at least two other cribs or I guess beds in there. Did you notice any urine, feces, vomit, diapers, things like that in the area as well?
I don't recall.
If you had noticed anything like that, would you have taken pictures of it and recorded it?
Yes.
And did you take any pictures of it and record it?
I don't think.
All right. So this was pretty much the extent of what you did in the case, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And did you review you said you went and seized the camera footage from Azalea, if I'm not mistaken. So that was you that picked it up, seized it, and then I guess you forwarded it to the detectives, correct?
Yes. Well, we put it on a computer at work.
All right. So, and does that conclude your involvement in the case?
Pretty much, yes.
Okay. So there's nothing else you did of any evidentiary or investigatory importance at this point. It's pretty much everything that we've discussed and talked about here today, correct?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Officer. I appreciate your time.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, just a moment. Turn to the state. Is there any redirect?
You were asked about blood in the car, and you mentioned something about his spot on the driver's seat fluorescing.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell us what you mean? For Blue Star or something like that?
Blue Star is a chemical we use to look for, it reacts to the hemoglobin in blood, and it will fluoresce blue. So we sprayed the whole vehicle with it. It's a liquid, and the only part that fluoresced was on the front driver's side seat.
Well, let's take it step by step. You spray the whole vehicle with this chemical, right?
Yes, sir.
Then what do you do? Do you next have to turn off the lights?
Yeah, it's got to be completely dark,
Okay.
or as dark as you can get it.
Again, step by step. Once you've turned off the lights, what do you do?
Then we spray the vehicle. We would spray each seat, the floorboard, and then see if there's a reaction. If there's no reaction, then we'll move on to another area, and then another area. a reaction, they will photograph it.
Okay. And then what does it mean for something to fluoresce